The views and opinions expressed in this program by the host or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off a steal. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboard, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the three in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
Yo, what's good? DeeTrynt, GameChanga Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. Man, what's really popping with you? All right. So, we got to talk about these Cavs, okay? Training camp is about to be starting up days from now, all right? We got a whole new squiddy. It's ugly, all right? Darius Garland at point. Donovan Mitchell at the 2 guard. Most likely Isaac Okoro at the small 4. Evan Mobley at the 4. And Jarrett Allen at the 5, baby. And then it's about this bench, right? So, on paper, in my opinion, the Cavs have the deepest roster in the NBA.
I think they just signed Cooper too. I don't know what kind of deal, but they just signed Sharif Cooper.
Yeah, they signed him to a training camp deal. No, you right, Holy with the live info. Yesterday they signed him to a training camp deal. I think this is a future move. I always liked the Sharif. I've been wanting him to come to the Cavs. I'm glad he's here. He get to play. He get to sit behind Rubio and Neto for a year. I think he'll take the role of what Neto, because Neto only on a 1-year deal. Just like I like Isaiah Mobley, probably gonna take the role of Robin Lopez. But that's future stuff. But great addition. Kobe still working his magic. This team right now, y'all, has a chance to be very, very good. The small forward is where everybody is most likely got their eyes set. Who starts at the 3? But I think it's a no-brainer that Isaac Okoro is starting at the 3. All right. Isaac Okoro is the ideal 3 for this situation. The only people that's got an issue with it is people who feel like because he a top 5 pick that he's supposed to emerge into this superstar right now. Okay. I've said this from the beginning that I think his ceiling is somewhere near Kawhi Leonard. And I think a team like this is what will help push him to that point. Okay. Wait, hold on right quick. We about to get into why I say that. Okay. So with this squad right now, right? Isaac Okoro will not have to be in charge of setting people up. You got Darius Garland. You got Donovan Mitchell. Jarrett Allen can pass. So I hope they utilize his pass game from the high post. And Evan Mobley can pass. And I hope they utilize his pass game from the high post. So, in my opinion, Okoro's job is on offense, first off, is to be aggressive, attacking the rim. Isaac Okoro in this season should see his free throw percentage or his free throw attempts go high. Okay? Because defenses are going to be so focused on Garland and Mitchell and where's Evan on the roll and catching Allen off the lob that this should leave a lot of backdoor cuts, a lot of lobs, a lot of fast break opportunities for Isaac Okoro. So as much as I want him to improve on his shooting and his ability to shoot off the dribble, I want to see him become a more aggressive finisher at the cup because that's the only thing the starting lineup is missing. Now, Donovan Mitchell was aggressive. He's a 3-level scorer. He can shoot the tray with efficiency. He can shoot the mid-range with super efficiency. He can finish at the wheel with either hand. He's got enough springs to dunk on people, not enough shiftiness to finish layups in multiple parts of the backboard. So, Isaac Okoro and Evan Mobley gonna do that too. I think he's gonna be a lot more aggressive this year. But Isaac Okoro is gonna have so many opportunities to just get 20 points off assists. All right. You want to see Darius improve as an assist man. You want to see Donovan Mitchell do more as an assist man. You want to see Evan Mobley do more as an assist man. And don't get me wrong, just between passing to each other, they're going to get a lot of assists. But Isaac Okoro being that athletic wonder that can do so many different things is from an athletic and off-ball standpoint. All right. That his corner threes, I think his shooting going to improve just because when you work on something, it just improves anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then two, right now, we got other guys that we need to get minutes for. So, on the defensive end, I just want to see Isaac Okoro be more of a lockdown defender. I want to see him get more blocks, and I want to see him get more rebounds because I feel like the long rebound territory should be his, whether on offense or defense. Getting rebounds in around the free throw line, in between the free throw line and the 3-point line, I think that's where he needs to make an impact. Because when he does those things, right, it allows him to get more opportunities on the break, whether it be, starting the break or finishing it, if not both in certain instances. It gets more possessions for the team. And on the offensive end, it gives him a chance to get more points, clean up secondary points, the hustle man. I think he has to be the energy guy. Right now, I think, the Draymond Green role is really what he should be kind of heading towards. Like I say, he may not be the facilitator per se, but his ability to catch a pass and then make a good pass for a teammate is going to be great. Also, though, at that 3 position, right, you still got Cedi Osman and Lamar Stevens, 2 guys that you could bring in, that can play the 3 in situations at a good level. Hold on right quick, y'all. Appreciate y'all patience, man. The train was going by. I had to catch that. All right. So, at this 3 position, right, you still got Cedi and Isaac who can come in and play good, solid rotation minutes. Cedi is a guy that's going to come in. He's going to get you some points. He's going to play different, pretty going to play pretty decent defense. But it's going to be more like they say he got happy feet, So he always twitching and switching and doing all this extra stuff. And a lot of times he putting himself in compromising positions that don't allow him to be in the best position to make defensive plays. But, maybe he's going to grow. He's a guy that's played around champions, played with champions, was been a part of this team since it was a championship team and a rebuild. So, he's a veteran. He's a guy we picked. He's still here. I mean, he could do that job, you know, and it don't cost us a lot of minutes. So that still allows Okoro to grow. And then if you want to bring in somebody more physical, you can bring in Lamar Stevens. Now, where I would like to see Chetty Osman evolve that is as a playmaker. Chetty Osman as a 6'8" playmaker would go so well for this team. Okay. That's where I need Chetty's ability to facilitate on the offensive end off the dribble. That's where I want to see Chetty improve, because that's something he can improve on. You can always improve on your handles. That's not hard. It takes a lot of dedication, but to be able to improve on your handles is not hard. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be willing to put in that work. So if he put in that work, you know, he could be dangerous on the offensive end off that bench. You know, and Lamar Stevens, I actually think Lamar Stevens got a base of a nice offensive game, but he don't have no handles. So for me, Lamar Stevens just needs to be able to make a move to score, right? Or make a move to be able to play make. You know what I'm saying? You know, first it's gonna start out him being a threat from the outside. You know, whether it's the corner threes or whatever it is, but I think his jump shot gonna improve. I think he's one of those guys. He's improved every year, so I wouldn't be surprised if his jump shots improves. But that's where he need to do. And if he can get a handle, or he can get enough of a handle to be able to, you know, beat a one-on-one enough to get a shot, because he's strong, you know, he can make a move and get to the well, or he can get it and get to a mid-range jumper, or he can get it and be able to do a step back and hit a three. If he could just do those things, not necessarily be able to bring a person down, but just get himself open for a shot, that's going to help him a lot on the offensive side. But I think overall for the Cavs, that's a solid rotation of small forwards. A lot of people keep thinking Dean Wade gonna play the small forward, and he may do in certain instances, but that's not where Dean Wade is for. He is not for the regular three. You know, he more for the taller threes that play four, the stretch threes and fours. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, you know, like I say, you want to put guys in positions to dominate their matchup, offense or defense. So let's go to this the power forward position, right? Where Evan Mobley is the guy. All right. And we're going to see if Evan Mobley can go from a 15-8, 2-1 guy to a 20-12 type of guy. You know, what is the next step for him? We don't know, but we think we might want to see. You know, I'm glad Luke Walton was brought in as an offensive-minded basketball coach who plays team score, because I think that's going to really go well for it's going to really add to the foundation that's already built on this team. I feel like Evan Mobley should be the king of the mid-range. You know, I think he, at some point, for this team to be the championship team, he has to be the number one option. I don't think it could be Darius Garland, but I think it's going to be Darius Garland's job to make sure everybody eat to a degree. You know, at least the guys that should be eating that ain't eating. But you got him, and he's going to give you spectacular defense on 3 levels and potentially awesome scoring on 3 levels. So just unlocking his offensive package this year is really going to be the goal, and we'll just see where that ends us at the end of the year. As long as he doesn't take a step back on defense, which shouldn't be the case. Behind him, you have Kevin Love. We all know what Kevin Love brings. He should probably be in more shape than he was last year, more motivated than he was last year. And, you know, he was a guy in 20 minutes of play that basically got you a double-double, 13-8, 15-10. You know, sometimes 20-12, 25-14. You know, he's doing this, you know, in a role player position. That's good firepower coming from your big man position. because a lot of teams don't have that. So that's an ace in the Cavs pocket. And then you got who I think is going to be is Dean Wade, who's going to play that other four. And Dean Wade is not the shooter Kevin Love is, and not the potential shooter that Evan Mobley is, but he could fall somewhere up there. You know, if Dean Wade can really be a threat from the outside to go with his defense, if he add a little more muscle and be more about rebounding, he could be a starter somewhere, or at least a role player consistently. But for us growing in this system, he's going to play that 4 role, that third string 4, which is good for him because then you can play him at the 3, and maybe in certain instances, you know, maybe for a couple minutes you might can play him at the 5 if need be. But you know, that rotation of Mobley, Love, and Dean Wade should be awesome. Let's go ahead and get this so I can wrap this up. The center position, Jared Allen and Robin Lopez. Now listen, Robin Lopez is an older vet that's been playing around this league, but he got moves. He played good defense. He rebound really good. And even though he's not a premier scorer, he got moves. He's smart. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to help Mobley and Allen's growth tremendously, especially as an additional 7-footer that you can bring in to spell both of those guys and still not lose no height in the paint. You know, health is going to be an issue for any team all year. And he can still run up and down the floor because mostly all our big men are mobile. Kevin Love is probably the slowest person on the team. But, you know, Robin Lopez and Allen is going to work wonders. Now, Lopez probably going to get a lot of minutes when they get to the bulk of things because you're going to probably see Evan playing a lot of backup 5 just to see how that works with him and what type of advantages that give us. But having Robin Lopez that you could bring in at times where you need to set Allen and Mobley down, or times where you may need to, you know, keep one and still have another 7-footer up there, foul trouble, whatever, that's golden. So, you know, as far as the front court, the small forwards, the forwards in the center, small forward, power forward, center, I think that the Cavs are really equipped. Their issue is going to be rebounding off the bench. When Kevin Love is not in the game, you know, when Lopez is by himself, you know, it's going to be about rebound. But I think, you know, quality team rebounding is going to really help them because the Cavs are going to have to play getting more possessions than everybody. That has to be a goal. Get more possessions than everybody. All right. When we go to this backcourt, all right, you know, the backcourt is going to be played a little different than people think. So at point guard, you got Darius Garland, the all-star. You got Ricky Rubio behind him, but he probably won't be playing till like December or something, just to be safe. Maybe even January if they just want to keep it cautious, so he good for the whole playoff run. He might not be back till January. And then you got Raul Neto, who was a nice defensive facilitator. He can hit open shots. He's not a guy that you want to probably play 90. You know, he probably can play 60 games in the season. But, you know, when you need to sit Rubio and Garland down and you still need to have somebody who can orchestrate the offense on the floor, he'll bring you quality minutes. And like I say, we ain't expecting the Cavs to contend for a title right now, but they're just now in a position where they're defining the roles on their team. Everybody has a defined role now. So when you get to the 2-guard position, right? And it's 3 people at this position, in my opinion. It's Donovan Mitchell, it's Karis LeVert, and then it's Dylan Windler. Right? Now, the Cavs outside of rebounding is going to be about shooting, right? And that's shooting off the bench. Now, Karis can light it up. Chetty spotlight it up. Love can light it up. All right. And then you got Lopez and you got Rubio. So that's fire. But there's going to be times where dudes are foul trouble. You know, somebody may need to sit on the back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? They may have a personal issue. All right. And you got to be able to fill those voids with something quality. And Windler is in one of those years where this year is going to define his NBA career. He has to be able to stay healthy. He plays good team defense. He's lanky at 6'6", like 6'11" wingspan. He's got athleticism. I believe he has one of the better jumpers on the team, especially from long distance. And I think it's going to be on him to push Chetty Osman for minutes at that 3 position ahead of Lamar Stevens. I think that's his goal. Because whether Chetty do good or not this year, Chetty is not coming. He is not a long-term stay. Unless Chetty blow it out the water this year and win 6 man of the year, this probably Chetty last year as a Cleveland Cavalier. So, I'll just say, Windler, make the most of it, bro. You've been with the team all season while they've been doing their thing. Whenever they talk about, all the stars that's together as far as Cavalier players, you're always in the mix. So you want it. Hopefully you're healthy. Your NBA body has got up under you at 26. You ain't even hit your prime yet, or you're just starting to get there. So I would love to see him come together, because if you can get Rubio, Karras with Windler, Love, and Lopez, bruh, that's gonna be killer, because stretching the floor ain't gonna be a problem. Karras gonna eat in the middle, and Rubio gonna get to penetrate as much as he wants. You know what I mean? But we got more to talk about with these Cavs. Like I say, DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come through and chop it a little bit about the Cavs heading into training camp, which will be starting in a few days. I think it's on Monday, actually. If not Thursday. I think it's Thursday, actually, tomorrow. But y'all stay blessed, stay dangerous. Make sure y'all catch us on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Anchor, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, and various others. Follow us on all social medias: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can follow us on YouTube and Twitch as well. Subscribe, like, share, leave your comments. You know what I'm saying? But it's one love, man. Y'all be easy.